Yeah, hey guys, Romie here. Again, please like, comment, subscribe. This is the recap for Wayward Pines, Season 2, Episode 5. Sound the Alarm. The episode starts off with, of course, Theo and Rebecca. Theo and Rebecca, this is them before they entered Wayward Pines. And I knew there was something about Rebecca that, there was just something really shifty and I knew she was hiding a couple of things. I just didn't know what. I wasn't necessarily surprised by any of them because it makes a lot of sense if you think about the context clues we were given beforehand. But we'll just dive right in. So first off, they're back and right now their relationship is kind of in shambles. So they're like, they want to take a trip. They need to go somewhere. Rebecca is this really high-powered architect executive. And so there's someone who visits her at her office. Mind you, she has a little attitude right now. And so this guy, it's Pilfer. Of course, it's David Pilfer. He's there because he wants to give her the contract of a lifetime. And so he invites her out to dinner. I'm thinking she's not going to take him seriously. But then again, she is a high-powered architect. She's an executive, so she's used to being offered to be taken out to dinner and all that. So when they go out and he talks about wine and all this stuff, and he talks about how he read her book and all this stuff, and I'm like, okay, that's great, but let's cut to meat and potatoes of things. So that's when Pilfer goes and he tells his dream of creating a society that transcends what's currently around, because at the end of the day, he knows that it's not going to be around for long. Humanity as we know it, the world is going to get a reset button pushed, and once that occurs, nothing will stand, nothing will be left. And so he's essentially telling her, are you in or out? I want you to go and build this civilization, build this place, build this town, a place where, again, the human race can thrive and survive. And so at this time, she doesn't know the full details, so she's all for it. She's like, this is going to cost a lot. When he's basically said money is no object, she was just like, Shmur? Because if you guys don't realize, money is no object, that to someone who is a builder or creator, they're just like, whoa, I can really go in and that's, use my full processing power to create something special, because as we know, the almighty dollar rules all in most of our societies. Anyway, so we have Frank, and Frank, who is, Lucy's older brother, Frank is seeing the Abbey, and we're like, okay, how'd the Abbey get in there? No one knows, but there's still general surveillance systems, so they see that Frank potentially is under attack. So they go and they bring out the armed guards. The interesting thing is that, thank goodness, Carrie was like, yo, what are you doing? What are you doing, Jason? Don't go and kill her. She's a female Abbey. We know they exist, but we've never had one to study. So we need her. We need her. And I'm like, yes. Was it necessarily the smartest thing to do? No. Because I was thinking to myself, what if she's like a queen bee? You know what I mean? Where she attracts all of the men. What if that's her? What if she gave birth? Like, I'm just thinking, like, what if she's a little sister to all these? I'm just thinking, pondering in my head. But again, we flash back and Theo and Rebecca, they both, again, their relationship is strained, and the fact that Rebecca took on this case is really making things difficult, because now, because Theon's trying to, reinvigorate the spark in their relationship. She's more so on this whole, I can do bad all by myself, and if you're not supporting me, then screw off, then go scratch. That's what's currently happening there. Frank is at school, and because, stories going around that he stood up to an Abbey, all the girls want him. And I'm like, but Frank doesn't want all the girls. I knew it as soon as Lucy was like, well, I know your secret. Because I'm thinking, what type of secret could he possibly have in the show like this? What could be so taboo? I was like, oh, so we'll get to that. And Lucy still doesn't want to deal with him. So when he sees her at school, she avoids him initially. Now, Megan, who is, I guess technically, she's now taken over as, the research and lead, and she's currently studying. Damn, this thing is too hot. I know I get tired of always having these damn the shirts I made in college on, but that was just way too hot. Alright, so here we go. Here, oh, this feels so good. And there's this weird symbol. It almost kind of reminds you of, I don't know if you guys ever watched Naruto, but you know, that spiral seal that was on Naruto's stomach? Yeah, it looks like that. Or think of like a, just a couple of spirals. And we're thinking, wait, is she marked? Like, what's going on? Does she belong to a tribe? What? And Megan's just like, she's an animal. She's a monster. What are you talking about? Stop it. And you know, Carrie's very interested because Carrie's just like, maybe there, what the hell? Maybe there's more to them than we realize. And Carrie's not wrong. Damn it, these damn bugs. Carrie's not wrong. It's just that Megan is too self-centered. She just has this whole concept of, here's the human race, here's everything else. That's not realistic. And so her assistant was just like, what's her girl's name? Marjorie? The Abbie. He named the Abbie. It started with an M. Margaret? Marjorie? And anyway, and so it was after his girlfriend, because whenever he would say something dumb or that his girlfriend didn't like, she'd always give him a certain look. And he named all the Abbies that are currently held captive. Now, Jason is talking with, I believe his name is Marcus, and, excuse me, the issue is that Jason's trying to figure out how the hell did this Abbie actually get into Wayward Pines. I'm thinking, okay, maybe the Abbie, like I said, maybe it was always there, or their worst fear is maybe someone, you know, left the gate open, left it open so that this Abbie, this apparition could come in. So they're still trying to ponder that. And CJ is talking with Adam, and Adam right now, Adam is just over it because Adam has a confession to make, and you know, it's to Teresa, and I don't think Adam is brave enough to say it as of yet. So that's the issue that's going on there. Teresa's pretty much given up. She's just like, leave me out here. I don't need your help. I don't need your protection. I am tired of you. I mean, I'm tired of all of you. My son is dead. So what do you want from me? You killed my husband. You killed my son. And you still want something from me. Like, really? Really? And I was with her because they really have just screwed her family over. Now, we're back in time, and Pilfer has taken Rebecca to show her where Wayward Pines is going to be built. And I forgot what city it was, so remind me what city it was. But anyway, there was actually a town there already, and so I don't know if Pilfer took those people and already froze them, or if he did something dastardly. Who knows? This is Pilfer we're talking about. And the mountain serves as their base. That's where they actually keep the cryogenic chambers and the supplies and all of that. And they bring it from the mountain into Wayward Pines. And the other side of the mountain is where it's fully going to be built. And this is where we see Megan meets Rebecca. So again, all these characters knew each other for a while now. But it's like, where did the bad blood start? Because Megan just loved Rebecca. She was just like, you're such a visionary. She talked about how the houses were built and the garages were in the back of the houses so that they were just so neatly tucked away. And everything is so close. It's in walking distance. So it can breed, you know, conversation, and people can have great social lives and all that stuff. So she was really excited about that. After that, we get back in present time and we see Xander. And Jason has shown up to Rebecca's place of business. And we're wondering, why the hell is Jason there? That's why initially we were like, wait, is there some weird thing? I know someone pondered, damn, maybe Rebecca is Jason's actual mother and all that. I'm thinking no. Because we find out what Rebecca's real role is with Wayward Pines. And so Jason's just like, yes, so you know you're going to have to tell your husband sooner or later. And or tell Theo sooner or later. It's like, look, don't threaten me. Don't threaten me. Don't do it. So after that, we're procreate. So they go into the chambers and he's with this girl and he's not feeling it. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, this situation, it is kind of icky how they do it, especially since these kids are so young. It grosses me out. The whole concept of this grosses me out. But it felt like there was something else there. That Frank wasn't interested in, that Frank wasn't going to be interested regardless of who the girl was. If you know what I'm trying to say. And after that, we have, what's her name? We have Carrie going, and Arlene is just like, you know, we're so busy. Come back another time. The doctor's just so busy. She's just like, there's no one here. I'm going. He's just like, all right, your funeral. And so Carrie goes and talks to Theon. It's interesting that she took Pilfer's picture and put it back up on the wall. And this is when Carrie goes and divulges the fact that they have, of course, a female apparition and Abby. And as a result, you know, Theon's very... I'm calling him Theon again. Theo is very interested and he wants to go and see what's actually going on. So she's just like, okay, whatever, you can go. We'll make this stupid agreement. And Theo officially becomes in charge of also watching over the Abbies because Theo doesn't trust them. Theo doesn't trust the people of Wayward Pines. He borderline trusts them as much as he trusts these Abbies. And these Abbies are in... Theo has a heart, though. He really does, because he's someone who seems like he'll fight for anyone who seems defenseless or is in need, even if it is the enemy. So, the jury's still out on Theo. Now, we get past that, and we're back with Megan, and Megan's irritated, because Megan's just like, yo, this is my field. This is what I've been doing. This is what I've been charged to do. And the fact that you're actually here means that I can't do what I want to do. You're messing things up for me. So, I'm going to pretend to let you to be the boss. Yeah, you can go and say how things are supposed to be done. Yeah, look, we'll pretend that, of course, I'm going to listen to you. We know that that's BS. Because as soon as he leaves, Megan goes and starts the experiments again. And I'm wondering how long is that relationship gonna... I hate Megan. I hate her so much. I hate her so much as this character. Now, we go back in time, and this is where Rebecca learns about what's actually going on with Wayward Pines, and that everyone's going to be frozen, they're going to be handpicked, they're going to have a choice, it's going to be an option, and they're going to go and survive, you know, the world being destroyed, a new race and a new breed coming to light 2,000 years later. Everything will be, everyone will wake up, the new civilization will start, and we can continue to do what we need to do to make sure that it progresses accordingly. Rebecca's just like, oh, so... that means you want me to... So that's just like 5 years? 10 years? 20 years? How long is this contract? It's like, no, honey. This is forever. And that includes you. And I'm thinking, okay, Rebecca clearly wasn't into this. She had this look of, there is no way in hell I'm doing this. And she goes and she tells Theo. But the issue is, they need her. They want and need her. So this explains why she was charged with building the, no, what the hell am I saying? This explains why Theo was just like, wait a minute, why is that ice cream parlor what's going on? Because she built it. She built the whole damn town, man. She built the whole damn town. And that's why they need her. That's why they need her, because she built the defenses. She built everything. I mean, she is a genius, but I still don't like her. And Teresa goes and talks with Adam, and this is where Adam admits that he wanted to get rid... We already knew that Adam wanted to get rid of Ethan, and it's just confirmed more so that he wanted to get rid of Ethan so that he could be with Teresa and he could play daddy to Ben. I'm just like, Adam, that's pathetic. That's pathetic. So now her son is gone and her husband because of you. Because you couldn't possibly find someone else to love. Anyway, and Frank goes to get a checkup from Theo, and this is where Theo's just like, because Frank's just like, I don't know what's wrong with me, maybe you can go and clear me and I can go and try again. I tried following the steps, because when they were in the room, there's actually charts of what they're supposed to do, and different words represent different things. So K meant kiss, L I'm assuming meant lick, P I'm assuming meant punani, which meant lick, put, come, and these are kit. So this is when Frank was, this is when Theo was just like, look, there's something that I need to, gay. You know you're gay, right? Essentially, that's pretty much how he tried to tell Frank. And Frank's just like, gay, I'm not feeling gay right now, because he only knows gay in the actual definition, which means happy. So, when Frank was like, no, gay as in you liking the opposite sex. And this is where I was like, oh, damn, I feel so bad. This kind of represents what's still going on in our time, where it was just like, because he's gay, he doesn't like the same sex. It's just like, crap, I'm supposed to procreate. How can I procreate? How can I procreate if I'm not attracted to the opposite sex? And it's my duty. They're going to kill me if I can't procreate. I'm like, damn, this really is relevant for the current time still. That's interesting how they kind of put in that social issue there. So, after that, they have this is where Rebecca finally tells the truth. Rebecca is married. She's not married to Theo. She's married to Xander. That's why I was like, why the hell did they bring Xander back? Why do they keep trying to make sure that his character just stays on long enough? And so that's why. And I was like, why does it seem like Xander and Rebecca had a relationship? Because they do or did. Rebecca was scared. She thought that Theo was dead. They actually kidnapped her and brought her to Wayward Pines. So she had no idea that Theo was still alive. And so one thing led to another. She was assigned a husband, and it was Xander. And they got married, of course, and they had a relationship, and they haven't been in a relationship for the past 6 months. But, she's been awake for 3 years. So you can imagine how long they've had time to go and connect. And that explains why she had a hard time connecting with Theo when he came back out of the stasis pods. So I'm just like, damn, this is messed up. I'm not surprised, but this is messed up. And Theo got pissed and he actually punched Xander. And, I don't know why, but I got really irritated by that. I'm like, I get it. This is Theo's way of slowly fighting the system, but I didn't like Ethan either until the very end, so maybe that's how it's gonna have to be for Theo. Now, we get past that, and Lucy and Frank are finally talking. And Frank knows that he's gay. Lucy, of course, knew that her brother was gay or wasn't interested in the same sex. I don't think in the opposite sex. I don't think that he even fully knew or fully realized it. Because when he was talking with Theo, he was just like, look, can you give me something? Can you fix me? I'm like, dude, that's not going to work. Yeah, they tried doing that type of stuff in the 50s, 60s, 80s. Nah, that's not going to work. Sorry. So she was just like, I'm going to protect you. Because at this point, I'm thinking, oh, Lord, are they going to have her, is she going to go and willingly get pregnant so that the heat can get taken off of her brother? Is that what they're going to do? Because he can't perform. He can't perform. He's not going to get anyone pregnant the way that they want it to happen. Anyway, so Megan is talking to the female Abby, and Megan's whole thing is, at the end of the day, I had to go and rebuild and start over again because when the D-Day occurred and I got trampled on by all of yous, my husband put me back together. He literally kept me together, and so he's gone now, but ending. And you can't even think. So I'm going to do whatever I want to do with you. I'm going to figure out all your secrets. There's nothing you can do about it. Have a nice day. I'm just like, I hate her. I still hate her. No. She gets on my damn nerves. She gets on my nerves. And by the way, this is when we find out she's a what? A psychotherapist? No, a hypnotherapist. Psycho. A hypnotherapist. Oh yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. And that explains how she goes and is able to get what she wants and convinces these people, especially the young kids. Anyway, so Adam goes and talks again with Teresa, and Teresa's over it. She's just like, look, I understand we're going to have to be around each other, but I can't forgive you. I can't forgive you. We can coexist, but my son and my husband are gone because of you, so I cannot forgive you. Now, Theo, he comes back into the house because he left the house for a moment, and of course Rebecca's there asleep, and he's just hovering over her, and he takes his stuff and he leaves again because he can't do it. He can't do it. He can't deal with her. He can't deal with the situation right now. We get a flashback of when Rebecca first met Xander, and again, it was all already prearranged that she was going to be married to Xander, and he was just like, look, take my hand. I'm going to walk you through this whole process. This is where you work. We are a couple, and things are going to get worse before they get better, so you better just do whatever I say. Now, the last scene is technically of the female grounder. I mean, the grounder, I'm thinking of the 100. The female Abby. And the female Abby has this whole rhetoric. She doesn't talk, but I think maybe she was sending out, you know, psychic waves and trying to attract the other Abbies to her location, and it works because now we finally are going to get some action. So next week is going to be epic. The next couple of weeks we finally going to get some action, thank God. So please like, comment, subscribe, and continue to let me know what you think.